Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back today. Well, we're in downtown Kato Paphos, in one of our favourite places, and we're going to take you for a little walk along the Kato Paphos Promenade, share with you the views, hopefully meet some new friends, and certainly meet some old friends. But before we start, I need to introduce you to the most beautiful woman in the entire world, and according to her, everything starts on a Monday.
Hello everybody! How nice to see you again, and again, and again.
And again. Right, come on,
Mine.
Gasivialabu. Those are your words, that's your saying. That's the saying that we're going to write on a t-shirt instead of this mumbo jumbo down here that says everything starts on a Monday. No, it's going to say nice to see you again and again, followed up by and again. Anyway, stick with us. We're going to go down the Kato Paphos Promenade. We're going to take you with us. Here we go.
The sea is very chopsy.
The chopsy mopsy today, it is, yeah. The Kato Paphos coastline is having a bit of a lapping from the sea line today. Absolutely spectacular on camera, that's for sure. And I can see the goldness of the blue sea mixing with the goldness, as I'm saying, from the sun as it starts on its descent off to the downtown Kato, Australia area. Now this is a very, very popular restaurant indeed, as you can see, absolutely packed out. Often we have to run past this restaurant because it's churning out the music, but tonight it's quite sensible at the moment, that's for sure. So stick with us as we continue into the municipality area, which is designed for you to get changed and to wash and to go swimming. Have a look at that. There we go. So all of this area has been refurbished, as you can see, and it's getting busier and busier by the day because people like to come here, they like to get changed, and they like to get changed for one reason, and that one reason is that they like to get into that blue Mediterranean Sea, and they like to wash their troubles away, and they like to have a bit of fun. There's a chappie out there having a good swim, there's another lady having a good swim, and there's Ochin Grasivialabu.
I believe that when you have the troubles and the tiredness from all the day, you go to the sea and it's just take it off.
It does, yeah. The sea has that kind of calming quality. You go for a dip, and whatever troubles you may have had for those moments or those minutes, those troubles are washed away, that's for sure. That's the power and the beauty of any ocean, and the Mediterranean Sea is a nice warm ocean, so that allows you to do that little bit longer in the year. And over the weekend that's coming, we are going to go and spend more time in the sea, and we're going to take you with us, and hopefully you'd like to come with us, and we're going to share with you the beauty and the spectacality of some of the best beaches in the downtown Kato Paphos area, and that's going to become a thing we're going to do most weekends in the future.
Yeah, I always was having the big question about the sea, about the water. It's a huge power, and everyone has his own answer. Where do you think the sea came from? How did it appear?
I'm not that educated,
I just asked
but
all the people
it appeared.
to write down their opinions. If it's possible, I would like you to write. I know as many people, that many opinions in the world, but I would like to read a few.
Well, I think most people will say one day we all woke up and the world was there, and that's that simple. Some of us have been very, very lucky to wake up and look at that every single day. And we are truly blessed, and we thank the world and our subscribers for allowing us to wander around this beautiful, beautiful place called Paphos in Cyprus. And we would like you to give us direction and comments and that sort of thing, and tell us where you'd like us to go. Please remember we've only got 2 legs and a limited amount of time, but if there's somewhere in Paphos that you want us to go, and if we think it's very, very nice, that's the place that we will choose to go. Gasivialabu has lost her orientation. Now she's regained her orientation. Let's see where she's going to take us. So, we've now joined the main downtown Kato Paphos Promenade area, and we're going to ignore that shop over there because it appears to be open, and we don't like diamond shops that are open. So stick with us as we go down the Kato Paphos harbour. There we go. This is the promenade, early evening, and you can see, well, obviously to one side is the blue Mediterranean Sea, and to the inside, should we call it, is an array of cafes, bars, restaurants and gift shops. And some of them are our Goombarus, and some of them are not our Goombarus yet, should we say. But as time goes on, we believe we're going to befriend pretty much every single one of these people, and they're going to invite us into their businesses, and we're going to share their names and what they do and a part of their life, and hopefully you will enjoy that and hopefully you will get engaged with us, that's for sure. So there we go, have a look at that. On the end there's a very popular pub called the Wooden Pub, very, very popular with expats and locals alike. So it's actually a concrete building and they put a wood facade on the outside of it and they call it the Wooden Pub, and it's normally very, very busy. Tonight it's about half full if we look down the side. So as I say, it's very early in the evening and that will get absolutely packed out. Next door to that is a diamond shop. Again, it's open, so we'll keep moving. Then there is a more for less souvenir shop, and then there is Have a Look gift shop, and then there is the Azure Cafe on the end of this parade of shops, which in Spanish means blue, so one assumes it's called the Blue Azure Cafe. I have had a coffee there, and if you go there before 11 o'clock, you get a free croissant with that coffee, and it is very, very nice indeed, that is for sure. There's one of them lunatics, and there's another one. And we're the biggest lunatics of them all. And we like to race them. Go a bit faster. Go on, faster, faster. Absolute superstars. If you're wondering about those things, they are 15 euros an hour, 30 euros for 2.5 hours, or 40 euros for the day. And you can cover some ground really, really quickly, and you can have a time of your life. But please, please use the klaxon, the horn, and please, please treat the walkers with a little bit of respect, although it is very, very difficult. Lucivia?
Yeah, I remember how annoying I was when we just rented it. And I wanted to try everything. The horn, the hook, and everything.
Yeah.
And
when we got onto those strikes, we had them for a weekend. And, well, shall we say we caused havoc. If you go hunting back in our videos, there's about 6 videos of watching Lucivia LaBouffe, that's her, and me, because I'm me, racing around the Kato Paphos harbour area and racing around the Universal area. And, well, we caused a lot of trouble. In fact, Miss Lucivia LaBouffe almost tried to cause an accident with a big bus.
Yeah, you remember.
But he saw the funny side of it. So, here we are, stick with us. The next parade of shops coming up starts off with the Captain's Table. That's a restaurant cafe downstairs. And it's also got a Captain's View cafe restaurant upstairs, which obviously has a truly, truly spectacular view, because that's the view that it gets to look at every night as you sit there eating your evening meal. And that's a great, great view, that's for sure. As we come now to join into the Kato Paphos harbour area, there's some big cruise boats starting off with the Ocean Vision. That's operated by the Paphos Sea Cruises group, and they've got quite a few boats in their arsenal. That just happens to be the biggest one. Holds quite a lot of people, and it goes out and parties night after night. And on a Friday and Saturday night, they even have their very own fireworks show. You see the other booth?
Well, I imagine, you know, all you speak, it's correct. And walk as I'm talking. As I talk, can we walk? You see, I'm a poem, right. Don't be laughing. My English is much better than yours. What I was going to say, actually, it was not so. Yeah, I'm saying that this island is so beautiful, so much things to see. If you come, 1 week is not enough to observe all the beauty of it, correct, Mr. Paul?
Yeah, Paphos is one of those places. Every time you come, whether you've been here before or it's your first time, there's always going to be something new. There's always something going on. There's a new bar, there's a new restaurant, the sun's setting in a different place. There's a new street trader, for example, this lady here, the Rastafarian, and she's one of the greatest hair braiders in the whole of the Paphos area. There she is, great smile, speaks perfect English, and what you do is basically you come down, you choose the colour of the braid that you want, you choose the knickknacks, you tell her, you give her a little bit of that, and she braids you. And she's a star, and she's always very, very busy indeed. Whenever you come past, she's always got a queue of 2 or 3 people, and that queue gets busier as the night progresses. So here we are, coming towards the end of the Kato Paphos Promenade, which is where you find all of the congregation of the street traders. They're all our Gumbarus, which means our friends, and we will stop and chat with all of them and introduce you. And hopefully when you come to Paphos, if you fancy having some of these things done, like the braiding or the fake tattoos, or you want a bracelet, that sort of thing, you'll know exactly where you come, and you'll know who they are and how to interact with them, and they all speak very, very good English indeed. Now, this guy is a new man on the block, should we say, and his name is Mr. Polis. There he is. He is a nice guy, beautiful smile on his face, and what he does is, I'm going to call them fake tattoos, so that people understand that they're not going to last forever. They last about 2 weeks, correct?
10 days.
10 days to 2 weeks, yeah. Depends on the humidity. So what you do is you come along with an idea, and you have a look through his books, and you choose what you may want. This book is themed on butterflies, as we can see. So you might choose that one. Cross his palm with a bit of silver, and then he'll put that on your arm or your, well, whatever you fancy having it put, I'm sure he'll put it. And you've got various works of art. Yeah, they get more and more intricate, more and more delicate, more and more unique, and more special as you start to hunt through. They can go on your feet, for example. Now, I know it's a very popular thing with weddings, and I understand this time of year there's an awful lot of weddings going on. So if you want your wedding to be unique, come down to the Kato Paphos harbour. He is unique. He's the only man in the whole of the Paphos area doing it. Cross his palm with silver. He speaks perfect English. Obviously speaks perfect Greek. Not that that's much use to you or me. But speaks with English, cross his palm, negotiate, and this man will make your wedding or your holiday special, that's for sure. Thanks, Mr. Paphos. See you soon. Now, the next one on our list, there's actually two of them. There's the one with all the money. There's the one with all the money. There she is. See? Yes, she's getting nearer because she understands.
When the season going full slow.
Yeah.
It's coming near.
Yes, because she understands that that pocket has got lots of money. Although at the moment there doesn't look to be much money in that pocket, it's in that pocket.
Yesterday it was about.
Yes, there it is. There's the money.
Yesterday it was 50 centimeters, now it's 30 centimeters.
Yes, she's getting friendly. Luckily, they're married, so it's all right. Anyway, just so you understand what this superstar does, he will engrain your name on a piece of rice, or your slogan, and there it is in several languages. English is the one that's important to us, obviously. He'll engrave your name on a grain of rice, and then you choose, for example, the shape of the vial or the holding cup that you may want it in. You choose the colour of the rice. You choose various different things, like petals can go in there, and then you get to choose the bracelet colour or the necklace pendant colour, and you cross their hands with a little bit of silver. €8, by the way, that's the price, quite cheap. So make it simple, £5, and write it down yourself. You write it on this little list. So you would write down your name, David or Paul or Joanna or Karis, and that man will check it with you, and then you'll go off for coffee, have a walk around, come back in about 15 minutes, and that man will present you with your very special bracelet in a little bag, and he'll even gift wrap it for you. And it's just something that's special, it's something that's very, very unique. And a little card. He's going to give you a free card as well. Yeah, that's it.
Small pen.
Yeah.
Free card.
Any name you want. Any name that you want. And again, someone mentioned this online the other day to me. We've always been saying it's for your children, your grandchildren, for your wife. It can be for anybody. It can be for your cat, your dog, your rabbit. It could be for anyone, your grandmother, whoever you think might want a very, very special gift. Please come and see that man there. And he's an absolute star. And he's one of our friends way back. One of the first Gumbarus that we ever friended. And we'll be friends till the day he dies or I die, that's for sure. Thanks, Mr. Considus. Thanks very much. Absolute star. That's what they are. So please come down and get that special gift. Now there's a little star over there. Look at him. There he is. An absolute superstar. That man is Mr. Tito. And he's the man that walks up to you with a ketchup bottle and squirts you with ketchup, but of course it's not actually a real ketchup bottle. And he invites you into the moorings. You all right, Mr. Tito? You all right? How you doing? Good? And you. He's an absolute star. He understood that I caught COVID-19. That was what that was about. So he came over to say hello, how are you? And he's an absolute great guy. Just so you understand, when you go to the moorings, the harbour area there, over there, you not only get great food and great service, so coffees, cocktails, food, that man looks after you.
I missed you 1 week. Where have you been? Only 1 week.
Only 1 week. Only 1 week. I was sleeping. There we are. So, there's Captain Mark at the back, and there's the boss at the front. There she is. That's Jenny the best. You right, Jenny?
Yeah.
Looking very colourful tonight and very beautiful as usual. And as usual, very, very busy indeed. And as we can see, there's a queue waiting. What you do, you come along, you choose the braid. She has a few inspirational ideas, and you choose your little bits and bobs to go on it. You have a chat with her, and she rates it. She's an absolute star, and a lovely way with her. All children of all nationalities are welcome, and as you can see, she's always got a smile on her face. There she is. Thanks, Jenny. Thank you very much. She's an absolute star. Now, here they are. They're like two Siamese twins. Look at that. You've got Mr. Chris, and you've got Mr. Hector. Mr. Chris is first in the queue. Mr. Hector always tries to jump the queue. He always wants to get in. He does, doesn't he? He always tries to jump it. Now, Mr. Chris, well, what he does is genuine Mediterranean sponges of all different sizes. So these are sponges that grow in the great blue Mediterranean Sea. He goes out and collects them, and then they chop them up and that sort of thing, and there they are. And what happens with these, because they're natural, you soak them in a little bit of water and squeeze it out, there we are. But that now will stay cool and damp for quite a long time. So when you're walking around, that just takes the edge off the hot climate. So I'll put that back in. I haven't got any diseases, not anymore. Anyway, he's got some bigger ones, he's got some funny shaped ones, he's got some big ones, and these are my favourites because these ones, if you use them correctly, you can behead yourself, that's for sure. Thanks, Mr. Chris.
Thank you.
And he's also got some of those left. There's more and more people left wearing these. We saw 2 subscribers today and they were wearing these, so one assumes they bought them from him. So he is probably going to go out next week, catch himself a shark, cook it, eat it, yeah, and take the teeth and make a few more. Now, before we go and see Mr. Hector over there, who's patiently waiting his turn, I just want to say that Mr. Chris has a son. And Mr. Chris's son, his name is Mike. And Mr. Mike has his very own diving school. So if you want to go diving, snorkeling, that sort of thing, that's where you go, into the blue. And it's a diving centre. He's on Facebook, he's on TripAdvisor, and he's PADI registered. And his contact details, I'm sure you can see him, but I'll read it out, 00357. And then the number inside Cyprus would be 96218976. And he's fully qualified, and he can tailor package to you. His flyer's here, I'll just give you a quick look at it. So there's various packages on there, starting at €45, going all the way up to a couple of €100, obviously. So if you're an amateur or a professional, there's definitely something there for you. Thanks, Mr. Chris. Absolute star. Here we go. The Bulgarian mafia is now in on it, and she's off. She's off. She's off. There we are. That's the Bulgarian. That's the Bulgarian balloon mafia. There's about 6 of them up and down, and if you dare to buy some balloons and try and sell them, she'll come over and break your legs. Anyway, there's Mr. Hector. Okay. Absolute star. He really is. He's having a nice little frappe. You having a frappe, Mr. Hector?
No.
Tea?
Tea.
Sorry, he's so much more cultured. I forgot.
Hot tea.
Yeah?
Like hot tea.
Hard tea. Yeah. He's a very cultured man. And that's because he's a great artist. Just let me show you what he does. Because Mr. Hector, he is an absolute star of an artist. He can do anything from an abstract sketch of a boat to a monument or a rock, but he's more famous for doing these. So portraits, even of dogs, and then caricatures. A lot of people like to come on their holidays and they like to have these little sketches done. And if you come and see Mr. Hector, cross his palm with about €20 and let him finish his tea, obviously. And then he will draw you in around about 15 to 20 minutes. Obviously, if it's a portrait, that's going to take 2 or 3 settings, and that's going to cost you about €100. But I promise you, he's very, very good. Thank you, Mr. Hector. He's an absolute star. He really is a nice guy, and that smile is on his face permanently.
I have to run. I'm afraid. Oh, we should stop here before. Or you would like to run. Anything you want. Tell me, should we say bye-bye? A good bye-bye?
Shall we do a very, very good goodbye? Because Oching Grasivi Labouv has identified that there is some music playing too loud over there. It's to do with, well, the troubles in the world, and we can't get involved in it. So let's have a big goodbye.
We don't mind these meetings, but the YouTube doesn't accept us to it. So either we should run like 2 lunatics or we should stop. I thank you very, very much for watching us, and thank you very much for your time, and all what you do for us is very, very dear. Thank you again, and see you next time, and very good goodbye.
All that's left for me to say is thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see, please hit the like, click subscribe, and come back for a little bit more of our madness. I will leave you with the beauty and the spectacality from the hotels across the promenade and into the harbour. Have a look at that. As we scan round, you can see the hotels in the very, very distance, and we're coming across the blue Mediterranean Sea. There's the traditional glass bottom boat in the difference. As we come round into the Kato Paphos harbour, there's some fishing boats, some sailing boats, some fishing boats, and some big, big boats. There's the castle, and then of course there's Oching Grasivi Labouv. Say goodbye, Labouv.
Goodbye.
Thanks for watching.